Alright, this is a small prepper haul, I'm going to call it, or pantry haul. Everyone is so focused on rice, which I do rice too. I just pulled that out of the freezer, which I'll get onto that in a minute. But we keep forgetting, I don't hear so much about pastas. And another thing I got, this was just a small order because I had this on my mind after more research. I do a lot of research on things. I don't have a life, I've said that before. My life seems to be just enjoying the wildlife out here and researching stuff, and I'm okay with that. And some of my prepping here, like all that pre-cooked stuff that I'm trying to make quick, easy meals. All of that's cooked and dehydrated. I got some lentil beans, and I got some split peas. And this seems like it's off course, but it's not. It's jumping into another area. But with all the uncertainty, as things get worse and worse, when, it's not even if it will, it's when, get you some bug stuff for to spray, to bomb inside your home. I guarantee you, as things get worse and worse, and maybe as people get more and more stores that's not stored properly, like if you leave everything in packaging, I can almost guarantee you, unless you really have a bug-proof, vermin-proof area, you're going to get some bugs and vermin. So here's some mouse traps. It was 2 for $1.22. This is the personal sprays. This is another brand. It's called Bug Soother. I tried to get different things. This still probably isn't all of them. And 1 or 2 of them I got that's going to be more all natural. Okay, why I'm loving beans like lentils and split pea, green peas. I think in a time of an emergency, whether it's just power is out because of a storm, I don't know if you can even see, probably not. These lentil beans cook in about 15 to 25 minutes. And there's a little hole right there. I just brought that home today. That's got to be redone. So that is really quick. Split peas, they claim to take a little longer, but let's see, 30 to 40 minutes. I focus some on things that are quick and easy. Quick and easy, that even if the power's out and I have to use a generator or a cooker, wood cooker, or anything, I can do something that's faster. Well, let me tell you what come across my little studies recently. Everybody keeps talking rice, 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 rice. Calories, 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 calories. I was a bit surprised at this. Okay, that's the same thing. Whenever you compare these, I'm going to try to put them all down, and maybe I can adjust it where you can see it. Each one of these pastas have, and I wouldn't even have seen that except I compared rice, white rice versus pasta, because these are both long-term storage. This is 200 calories per serving. Here's white rice is 160. I don't know if you can see that. And you can do your own search, please do. But you get down to some of these vitamins and things here, and there's studies online that I wasn't aware of that showed pasta, especially depending on your pasta, has way more protein or benefits down here in vitamins and other things on there. So before we all poo-poo and we got 500 pounds of white rice, go ahead and get you some white rice, but consider some of this pasta as well. Plus, pasta is another one of those things, for those of us that love it and have cooked with it for many years, it doesn't take long at all to heat up and make pasta very soft. I probably, out of experimentation, which I do a lot of now, I already did, this is dehydrated pinto beans and rice that I completely cooked and dehydrated. I'm going to start playing with some other recipes using possibly even my dehydrated canned chicken and doing some with the noodles. I'm just going to create some things and then I'm going to dehydrate them. But again, before we all poo-poo this, while you can get these things, that was the most expensive one. It was $1.68 for 1 pound. These rotinis, even though that's calling itself the garden rotini, I don't know if it has any more special ingredients in there. I forgot to look that up. 98 cents for a pound. The best deal out there, but not by a lot, was 2 pounds of elbow macaroni, and it was $1.88. So, I mean, they're close. The 1 pound of this or 2 pounds of that. But get them while you can get them. That's cheaper than what I'm buying rice for right now. And some of this rice is getting harder and harder to find. But you do you. I'm thinking about doing another small video if anybody thinks they want it. And I'm only doing it, this is embarrassing. I don't know if it'll even show up. I have a rash. I mean rash to the point that I cannot stop scratching it. I can't even put lotion on me because it makes the rash worse. I scratch up blood just how bad it is, the rash. Well, I went to the doctor back on my birthday on July 8th. I felt so bad I went to the walk-in clinic, and the guy said, well, it's not bug related. Let me do this angle in case that didn't show through. I mean, I've got blood spots everywhere, and if I'm outside, I mean, it's really giving me heck. Well, he did a culture, and it come back non-bacterial, which that is good. Well, they gave me prednisone. That was fine. It helped me a whole lot. I mean, it really gave me some relief. Sadly, once that wore off, about a week or two in, this started again. I can't even sleep through the night because of these scratches. So I went again to the doctor today. First thing she said is, I have no clue what that is. And then you go through the list. Have you changed up your laundry detergent? No. Have you changed up your soap? No. Have you changed up your shampoo? No. Do you have city water? No. You just go through the list. We don't know what's triggering it. She said she could not figure it out. It doesn't make sense. So what she did is gave me a double dose of the steroids shot. Guess where you get to take those? You know where you get those? Well, it's a bend over kind of thing. So not to be nasty, but it's a bend over kind of shot. And what, excuse me. And she told me to maybe do some Benadryl, 25 to 50 pack at bedtime, and then I'm supposed to start on a steroid pack tomorrow. Well, great, I'm already fat. You know what that's going to do? That's going to blow me up. But it's either that or scratch myself to death. So if I'm starting to do a deep dive on, I'm not the only person that has had a mysterious rash and bumps and whelps to the point of you're drawing blood on yourself. The other people I know aren't. I'm a very outward person, and if it'll help somebody, I'll show you my scars, whether they're internal or external. If it will help someone, I will do that. I think we need to help each other. I'm starting to do a deep dive on some of this, and I will say, if y'all want some more information, I may can do some more, or you can look this up yourself. There's studies about combining H1 antihistamine with an H2. That's sort of a first generation, like Benadryl. Learn that you can go by the ingredients, not so much the name brand, because it's the ingredient. Benadryl don't do it. It's the drugs. So you have a H1 and then you have a H2, a first generation and a second generation. So if y'all think any of that will help you, I may consider doing another video because I'm thinking some of this is tying in. I know someone that I follow, and she reported a couple weeks ago on YouTube. I follow her channel. I'm not going to say her name. And she was saying she had a mysterious rash. Well, if this doesn't clear up, they're going to have to send me to a specialist. And the doctor, which shocked me, I said something that either led her to figure that she could go ahead and say this. She said, you know, ingredients in foods are being changed. I said, yes, ma'am, I can probably tell you as much or more than you already know about it. So there's chemicals, and Riverside Homestead, I think it is, tells about this too. There's stuff being put in our foods, in our soaps, in our everything. But do you know how few doctors will tell you this? Think about that a minute. Start doing your own research, because something is happening. I guarantee you this will tie in, because we are people that I know that have these mysterious things, and they're not exactly the same. We live in different places. Our sources, our foods are different. The chances of our laundry detergent being the same are slim to none. So number one, talk a little bit about. This is how we know something is odd. I have dogs. So for the first several weeks, I thought, okay, the Chihuahuas picked up something and they've shared it with me. How sweet. No, they're on medication too. From stuff allergies that they can't explain. Something is going on, people. So I will leave it off with, excuse me, forgive me, John 14:1. Let not your heart be troubled. Ye believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you, and if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also. And whither I go ye know, and the way ye know. And Thomas saith unto him, Lord, we know not whither thou goest, and how can we know the way? And Jesus said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man have cometh unto the Father but by me. And if ye had known me, ye should have known my Father also. For from henceforth ye know him and have seen him. Do some of your own research and then get you some of these things. I almost guarantee you know somebody that has something excuse me, something like this. I'm hoping I don't have to go to a specialist, but if I have to, I will. I'm so happy I found a doctor that didn't treat me like I had a tinfoil hat on whenever I said, I've got my theories of certain things. And she said, those aren't far off theories. So, y'all, be careful, be well, start stocking up. I'm not telling no one to not get rice. I am saying consider pasta. Pasta. In fact, there's some studies which I saw that some suggest, and it's about 50-50, I'm going to be honest with that, some that say pasta, especially a good pasta, is a better health-wise and calorie-wise than white rice. But you do your own research. Never trust me. I'm just a nobody that's trying to do my own research, but guess what? I don't know who that is on the other end of the excuse me, of the computer. And even though a couple of the sites that are saying this, that, and the other are like WebMD or even the NIH, well, I don't know if I totally trust certain things that I hear. Love you guys. Take care. Stay away from, if you start getting a rash, I've had mine for 2 months because of my ignorance, thinking it's from fleas, even though my dogs are on flea medications and heartworm medications, and no, something is happening. Take care. Love you guys.